In order to have efficient food systems in Africa, we need a lot of support for farmers. Going into farming, I was basically in a sea swimming all by myself without sufficient assistance to guide farmers. In order to have resilient food systems in Africa, Africa needs to be able to grow enough food to feed herself. And that means that everything has to be, productivity has to be efficient. We have to have sustainable ways of growing food. Currently, I live in the most populous country in Africa, where we currently have farming yields that are way below 1 ton per hectare. It is important to have every tool in the box accessible to farmers. So I'm very big on access, and I'd like to see a food system in the future where we have access. Farmers have access to the best technology, to science, suitable to African farmers. I say this because where the world is today, if we say the future of farming systems in Africa, which is where Africa wants to be in the near future, it is where a lot of people are now. So the future really is now for some people. And so Africa is also in a very strategic position where we don't need to reinvent the wheel. And so there's a lot of technology, a lot of science, a lot of tools that are available that many countries have used to produce food efficiently and have been able to have a surplus, which is what Africa imports. And so if we're able to take those technologies and adapt them, and I say that for Africa, technology needs to be scaled down. And so we bring it down to the level where the smallest smallholder farmer can benefit from access to mechanization or simple technologies that are available for spraying or whatever that improves productivity. In order to feed ourselves and feed possibly the world, we have to produce more. So producing more food means working to improve our yields. And this is what access for African farmers to technology, to mechanization, to good inputs, seeds, and so on, working holistically in a coordinated value chain can give us. Also, I'd like to see a future food system in Africa where we have projects that are targeted at achieving realistic goals. So improved optimum productivity is very key. There's a lot of research that is sitting on the shelves all over the world that if we could adapt in Africa, and I would like to see a food system in Africa where we do not exclude anything. Every safe tool should be accessible to African farmers to use. The world is using all kinds of technologies, all kinds of science, all kinds of research. And in the words of Norman Borlaug, I would say take it to the farmer. In terms of mechanization for Africa, for instance, we wouldn't be reinventing the wheel, we would simply be scaling down existing technologies to help us as farmers in Africa be more efficient. And I'm also hopeful to see a future food system in Africa where we have a lot of transfer of technology. One of the things that I have been able to get as a member of the Global Farmer Network is I was able to, through farming partners in Argentina and through APRSEED, I was able to transfer simple technologies like no-till to Nigeria, where I've been able to adapt it. And this is something that will help us with climate change. The call to action for me would be to see all the partners, government, NGOs, everybody involved, AGRA, all the people working together to achieve specific goals and working with real farmers to be able to achieve our goals of providing enough food and having sustainable food systems in Africa.